If you want to create behavior change, it's not going to happen by telling people to do the right thing, right? You have to make it easier for them and better and cheaper for them. And that's how you create behavior change.
Another question for you, because this is a fascinating space, and I'm sure there's a lot of kind of devil in the details things you've been learning along the way. Mm-hmm. Early in this interview, you said, I didn't even have a car. And I think you don't have a car now. Is that right?
I don't have a car at all. The company has a car that we demo on, but I personally do not have a car.
And
I've never owned a car in my life.
And you don't have a background in energy. You don't have a background in transportation. You are not an engineer. You're a designer.
A useless designer, exactly.
That was not the implication, but it's a very different framework. So on paper, looking at you as somebody building this company, there's a lot of people that are going to be like, well, these things don't match. So I'm actually really curious. Has your sort of outsider perspective been a help? Has it been a hindrance? Is it just something you don't even think about?
Oh, it's been both. One of our investors, in a lovingly, jokingly way, said to me once, you would have raised your last round in a minute if we put like a young Alexander Skarsgård picture on your profile and put down that you spent a year and a half at Tesla.
Yeah.
But the fact that I didn't come from that pedigree and that I'm a first-time founder, I'm a woman, I have a design background, people were incredibly dubious. But I do think, to your question, that it was that outsider perspective of, thinking differently and using more aptly design thinking of what is the condition of the end user here.
Yes.
That led us to our success. I can't remember his name right now. The founder of The Nest and the Mill, Matt Rogers. He wrote this great piece in a magazine about a year and a half ago, and he said, if you want to create behavior change, it's not going to happen by telling people to do the right thing, right?
Never.
You have to make it easier for them and better and cheaper for them.
That's right.
And that's how you create behavior change. So again, if I can prevent you from ever having to contemplate spending 6 hours in a Walmart parking lot on a Sunday afternoon, I'm making your life easier and better. And I'm going to help you make that conversion to electric because it's just easier. It's cheaper. We are a fraction of the cost. If you fill up, anyone knows who drives an EV, like charging your battery is a fraction of filling up a gas tank in 2025.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fully on board with the very rare exception of people who either regularly have to drive super long distances in a time constrained way or don't have a place to charge at home. It's insane to not have an EV in my mind. Like, I'm in that camp. So you're preaching to the choir here, but I think you're hitting on something really important. When one of my key definition for innovation actually is a new idea, construct, technology, whatever, that gets people to change behavior because it's that much better without outside force. So I think you just hit the nail on the head on something really, really important. And I think kind of full circle, if this works, this is almost by definition fundamental innovation being thought about in a way that people inside the industry hadn't thought about. Tesla superchargers are amazing. Mm-hmm. I love them. I love what Tesla infrastructure has built. But they didn't think about solving the problem of at-home charging in this way. And I think that actually says something.
Yeah, no, we actually very, very early on, I had a friend of a friend of a friend. That was one of the earliest groups, one of the earliest people in the charging group at Tesla. And we said, did you think about cities? And they're like, no.
Yeah, because they probably thought expensive, low car ownership. Where the heck do I put these stations? They thought about all the problems, which is exactly what the headwind to innovation is.